Hey everybody, welcome to 20-minute ground flow practice or round about 20 minutes. Here we go. So really simple. We're going to start off with something called the 4-point reset. But before that, we're going to just do a little bit of breathing. I want you to breathe 4 seconds in and 5 seconds out. So it's always going to be 3 or 4 seconds in and 4 or 5 seconds out, whatever's comfortable for you. But the important thing is to be breathing out further. Sit comfortably like this for stars. Sitting comfortably like this. So we're going to be 4 seconds or 5 seconds in and a little bit longer out. What this does is it activates your vagus nerve, which is your rest and digest, which tells your body that it's safe to move. It's something that is overlooked an awful lot, but it's something that will do you the world of good. So we're going to just breathe in and slightly longer out. In through your nose and slightly longer out. Activating your vagus nerve. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Once again, in through your mouth, through your nose, my apologies, and out through your mouth. And I want you to repeat this throughout the whole session, okay? And now I'm going to go onto your hands, okay? And what we're going to do, really simple. Now I've got a fractured arm, so I can't do as much on my wrist as I want to. I'm going to hold it, and what we're going to do is it's going to gently lift our knees off the ground, okay? So you're going to get into this position, make sure that your back has the arch in the lower back, your spine, slightly in the lower back, but not so it's up like this, just so it's comfortable. Engage your abdominal muscles and just simply lift your knees off the ground. You're going to go, just lift your knees off the ground for about 10 seconds at a time. Here we go. Just knees slightly off the ground. And gently down. Breathe in, breathe out, and gently again. Knees off the ground. Here we go. And down. We're going to do this about 7 or 8 times. Once again, gently just, now your toes are curled, by the way, so you're on the balls of your feet. Okay, your shoulders are loaded, which means that the weight is on your shoulders. And all you're going to do is gently lift your knees off the ground, so you're floating. And you're going to hold it. And down. Take another breath. And once again, here we go again. Knees, they just roll off the ground and just hold themselves off the ground. Here we go. Knees just off the ground, look. There we go, just off the ground. A couple of inches. And down. We're going to do 4 more. Once again. We're going to bring the knees just off, as you can see it clear, a bit clearer there. Our knees are going to just come like this. That's all we're going to do. The knees are going to come off the ground. Take a breath. You're going to breathe in, and remember to breathe in and out, in through your nose, out through your mouth, continuously as you do this. Engage. If you can't breathe, stop. You're doing it wrong. Here we go. And down. Just stretch my wrist out. It's fractured. It's fractured, by the way, if you've just joined us. I've got a fractured wrist, so I'm putting no weight on it. All I'm doing is putting the weight on the other hand. It's about variation. It's about. There we go. Compensation, that's the word I was looking for. It's about compensating. Here we go. If you're struggling to do something, you find a way around it until you can do it. But no, whatever you do, no pain. If you've got this, there's the old saying in the gym, no pain, no gain. That isn't what it's like in mobility. If there's pain, stop. Here we go. Because that just causes your body to freeze up and stop doing what it needs to do. So we've got two more. Here we go. Up. There we go. And hold. Knees just off the ground. You can see, just off the ground. When you do this, straight away you feel your abdominal muscles, you feel your quads, you feel your shoulders, everything. It's a full body workout just by lifting your knees off the ground. One more to do. One more to do, and then we're going to go straight into a deep, prolonged squat. Here we go. And up. There. There we go. And down. Okay, now, what I ask you to do, I should have asked you to do this beforehand. Get yourself a glass of water. Right? And we're going to do, I've got this mat for a reason, not because we're going to use it. Now, if you struggle to sit like this in a deep squat with your feet flat on the floor, which can be quite often, it's only because your ankles aren't as flexible as they will be if you continue with this. So what we're going to do, okay, is you're going to get something like a pair of shoes or a pair of weights or anything at all. You're going to put your feet, elevate your heels. If you elevate your heels, straight away you'll find yourself in a position where you're able to do this. Alright? And this is, you're looking towards eventually going straight onto your flat feet, deep squat flat feet. And it strengthens your spine, it elongates your spine, it's good for bowel movement. But at the beginning, if you're struggling to get flat-footed, just put something behind so you're elevating your heels. Here we go. Now, we're going to get into this position. Here we go. Now, we're going to sit in this position for a few moments. And just sit and just allow yourself to be in this position for a moment, in a deep squat. Whether your heels are elevated or whether they're not. What this also does, it forces you to breathe wide, opening your lungs, because you can't breathe into your stomach when you're like this. It causes shallow breathing, but it doesn't need to. It can just cause thoracic breathing, where your whole rib cage is coming out and going in. There we go. This should be your ribs and your lungs, ready? Through your nose, out through your mouth. We're just going to sit for a minute in this position. And all we're going to do, okay, is we are going to bring your hands down. We're just going to bring them round and put them flat on one side of your foot. And come round and the other side of your foot. Here we go. Round if you can. If you can't, just one hand, just touching down. And all it's doing is it's giving your thoracic part of your spine a real workout. Something that we don't tend to do. We've become very robotic in that we don't tend to need to move our thoracic spine very often. And what tends to happen is you'll be sitting in your car, you'll go around and pick something up, and you do your brake, or you pull a muscle in your trap, and that's there for months on end. So by doing these sort of exercises, just moving around, it just lessens the chances of being unwell, lessens the chances of being injured, lessens the chances then of being off work. Or it lessens the chances of struggling to look after your kids. Or if you're a carer, it lessens the chances of struggling to look after somebody that you either love or somebody that you care for. There we go, just like this. Now we get into this position. We're going to put our left hand on our right ankle. We're just going to come up. There we go, like that. Come down, touch your elbow on the floor if you can, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other hand, right hand on left ankle, and there we go. 1. Elbow to the floor, 2, if you can. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're just going to get into this, but stay in this position. We're now just going to come up onto the balls of our feet, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, and 10. There we go now. Now come on, sit yourselves down. Now, we're going to do some floor mobility. Really simple. We're going to sit in this position, and all we're going to do is we're going to go put your left knee on the floor and your right knee this side. You could say like an S, and you're going to go over into a Z. You're going to go there. 1, 5 each side. Breathe in. And there we go, and 2. Nice, there we go. That's all we're doing. 3. Now, if you struggle with this, which some people can struggle with this, a lot of people can struggle with this, they're not used to doing it, just use your hand. Use your hand, look, just to help you over. That's all you've got to do. The important thing is getting that mobility in your hips. Mobile hips will help you in so many ways. 3 and 4. And be breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Here we go. Coming back. Now, you're going to keep your left knee down, and your right knee is going to come up. So you're in a figure 4. And all you're going to do is you're going to bring this knee to touch the floor in front of you, like this. Up. 1. And sit back down again. There you go. Right knee up, left foot down, and up, and 2, and down. Once again, if you struggle with this, which it's quite common to struggle with this, it's a ground flow, takes time to get to the point where you're competent in it, so just shoot your hand. Put your hand down and help yourself up. Yeah, 3. 10 each side. 4. Breathe in and breathe out as you come up. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. There we go. Perfect. And down. Now you're going to switch up. You're going to switch over now, so it's going to be the right knee on the floor, left knee up in a figure 4. And once again, if you struggle with this, you use your hands, okay, to help yourself up. It's about hip mobility, and the strength will come after that. You're going to come down. There we go. Breathe in. So here we go. We're going to go 1. The aim is to eventually be doing it with no hands. So here we go. It's a good lower back workout. It's a really good abdominal workout. It's really good for your hips. Once again, it's really good for your glutes. Once again, a lot of these exercises, a lot of these practices are full body. You can take one of these and do one a day, spending 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes. If you've done this consistently over the space of a month, you would be absolutely amazed at the difference in your movement. That's why my phrase is move freely, live fully. Here we go. And again, here we go. And 3. 4. 5. 6. 8. And 10. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now we're warmed up enough now. We're going to do something now which is one of my favourites. It's standing up. Okay? I used to call it getting off the floor without swearing, but I've toned that down now a little bit. And it really is, it's just ground to standing. And what we're aiming at the beginning, just simply do this. From here, because as we get a bit older, we can forget how easy it used to be to get up off the floor. You know, you suddenly realise that you're moaning or you're making a noise as you get up. That becomes quite normal. And we put it down to, it's my age. But it doesn't need to be. So we're going to come down, we're going to get used to it. We're going to get used to getting up. Here we go. We're going to go. There. Using it at the beginning, you're going to be using the 4 shape to get up. So the one that we had earlier, so either left knee up, right leg down, and you're going to come up like that. Okay? And go back down again. Here we go. Right knee up, left leg down, and up. You got that? Come back down again. Left knee up. Back down again. Again. Right knee up. And up. Now, what we're looking at doing, okay, our goal is to do this. There we go. So it's no hands, and back down again. Here we go. Once again. You go, so you're going to sit like this and you're going to go up, like that. Go down again. Once again. And back down. But once again, you get to that by simply putting your hand down, putting one knee up, and just helping yourself up. Because if you can master getting up off the floor without using your hands, two things happen. You lessen the chances of injury and your whole body becomes stronger. It really does, right? I couldn't do this. When I started looking into mobility a couple of years ago, I couldn't do it. So it's just persistence. Here we go. Now, I'm going to finish off with a squat. This is my favourite. So, it's the balance squat. So what we're going to do, okay, if you can, once again, it's levels. So you start at levels. What you're going to do, you're going to start off with a level of going down and coming up nice and gently. You're going to actually come down and come up. The thing to do, keeping your feet as forward as you can, and you're going to come down into a deep squat and come up. 5 and up. 3 4. Last one. Down and up. There we go. Now, the balance squat is one-legged. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the leg out here, then come down like this. And if you can, don't use your foot to bring yourself up. There we go. 2 3. So what you're doing, okay, is you're bringing your leg up, you're balancing, and then you're very, very gently guiding yourself down. If you get to the point where you're going to fall down, that's where you stop. If you get to there, look, and you can't go any further, that's great, you come up. Okay, it's all about control. It's owning the movement. One more. If you can get down all the way down and own it, great. If you get to a certain level, you stop where you don't own the move anymore. There we go, last one. And gently balancing, and 2, and up. And again, nice and gently. Balancing all the way down, 3, perfect. And up. Get your balance. There. And finally, here we go, last one. Here we go. Now, finishing off with, this really is one of my favourites. It's the eyes closed, soft knee balance. So what we're going to do, really simple. You're going to soften your knee. Okay, soften your knee. You're going to lift your foot up, and then you're going to close your eyes. Now, I could do this for about 3 seconds when I started. I can do it for about 30 seconds now. But it's beautifully challenging for all the small muscles in your foot and your ankle. And just hold it. And just hold it, and if you have to put your foot down, just put your foot down. And bring it up again. You'll really find it so challenging on the leg that's working. It really is so challenging. And the balance, it's just, I'm losing it again, I'm losing it. That's where I lose it, about 30 seconds. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Once again, 3 seconds was my maximum at the beginning. It took me over a year to get to 30 seconds. And I'm okay with that. Here we go again. You're going to lift yourself up. You're going to soften your knee. Remember, soften your knee. Lift yourself up. And then you're going to very gently, you're going to close your eyes. There you go. Oh. And again, up, close. One more. For some reason, I seem to be a lot less stable on my left side. Okay, I'm okay with that. It's good fun as well, by the way. There we go. Right, let's go down into a deep squat and let's finish. Just 10 seconds of just, or even a minute. Just sit for a minute here. Breathe. Thanks again. I do upload most nights different variations of mobility. So if you don't follow me and you'll get the notifications. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next Monday, every Monday evening at 7 o'clock. Thank you.